You're listening to the smartest guys in marketing, the best show on the planet for client businesses to learn about traffic, funnels, sales, conversions, and marketing coolness. Chris and Taylor are the founders of Traffic and Funnels, a digital marketing consultancy helping you get paid clients from cold traffic daily. Now, here are your hosts, Chris and Taylor.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the smartest guys in marketing with your hosts, Chris Evans and Taylor A. Welch.
Taylor Welch and Chris Evans.
Chris and Taylor.
Taylor and Chris. What's up,
Chris and Taylor on this lovely day. People with beards go first, bro. Don't you know that? People who can grow a beard go first.
Never trust a guy with a beard. So my mom always told me.
No, your mom's a liar.
Okay.
Hey, all right. What are we talking about today?
The return of the lazy man. You can say the tagline.
Hold on, say it again because I interrupted you.
The return of the lazy man.
The easy way to get to the money.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Right. Well, we're talking about there's a hard way and an easy way to do everything, in my opinion, which is founded and true. And that includes building a great business. So this show is about marketing. And the reason we decided to do the show, I feel like some people may be hopping on that haven't seen the other episodes, is because there's all these people spouting all this BS about building business and marketing. And for almost everything you put your hand to, there's going to be a difficult, complicated, long way. And then there's going to be a simpler, faster, easier way. And so I don't know if you've ever seen the thing with, it's a diagram and it's in a lot of leadership books. And it talks about the person that you need to trust is the smart but lazy person. Have you seen that?
No.
So there are 4 different types of people. There's like dumb and hardworking, which that person you should keep on your team, but you should put them on like lower level tasks. There's like dumb and lazy. You should fire that person immediately because they're not going to work hard and they're dumb. There's smart and hardworking, and that person should be like lower level managerial because they're going to work hard and they're smart. And then there's smart and lazy, and these people should be the generals. They should be in command and in charge of everything. Because if they're lazy, they're going to innovate the fastest, easiest way to get things done. And if they're smart, they're going to actually be able to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like
basically us.
You and me, like we're geniuses, obviously. Super
if you guys didn't realize that yet.
I'm a doctor. Not really. We're actually not that smart, but like we're also quite innovative. And a lot of times when it comes down to it, we have a good work ethic, but we are always looking for the fastest, easiest way to get something done.
Yeah.
Which sometimes could qualifies for being lazy. So we're going to talk about the hard way and the easy way.
Cool. Let's write this down.
All right, I'm just going to go right into it. And then
the hard way first.
If you have stories to add on this, you can just interrupt me.
Oh my gosh, I have so many stories.
So the hard way is, you see this happening a lot. You go build something. You got these people working on their product launches and they're like launching their membership site next week. And they've built something, they spent all this time, and then you go out and you try to find the people who will buy it and force them into the product that you made without having any idea if they want it. How many times have you seen people do this?
So many times.
You've done this.
I've done this.
Yeah, tell us about that.
I feel like a total idiot.
Well,
I had this bright idea to create this course, which is a good idea, honestly, but I put the priority on making the course, perfecting the course, the look of the course, the quality of the course in front of actually selling something first and making sure that the market was ravenous and hungry for it. So I'm embarrassed to say how much money we probably spent in the time. It was like 6 months creating this thing. By the time we finally took it to market, it was like the worst disaster.
Nobody wanted it.
Nobody wanted it. It didn't sell. We had the most beautiful course you would ever see. Like the video content, it was on screen with like text flying up, and like so proud that my mom she was excited, you know.
But you didn't have any money.
Didn't have any money. It was broke as a joke. And so I pledged to never do that again. But it's unfortunate so many people repeat that same pattern over and over and over. And that is the hard way to get to money, or one of the hard ways.
Here's the easy way is you go talk to people i.e. your future customers, and you find out what their pain points are. What are they struggling with? What do they want? What do they need? What are they willing to pay for? And then you sell it to them.
Yep.
But you don't have a product. How do you sell it to them?
You don't have a membership area.
Well, you sell them a solution, then you go build that solution.
I don't have a webinar.
Oh, geez. Here's a case in point. You want to see us doing this in our real life business. If you subscribe to the memos up until a couple days ago, you would have seen that the payment link didn't work for one of the products on there. And this happens to us all the time. It's not that we're not excellent. We go back and everything that we do is done at the very highest caliber and quality in the market. I believe that our programs, our products, if you compare them to some other people in the market, other people's stuff might look a little prettier. Nobody has the rate of success that we do with clients. Nobody.
Yeah.
I'll go to the death on that because we literally we're bombarded with case studies from clients. Our stuff works. So we put a lot of our time into it, but we put it out there, see if people will buy it. And we do that first. And then we go and we build it.
We're so good that we get people so worked up to buy our stuff that our payment links just don't work. But hey, at least we know that they want to buy it.
And people email us a couple of days ago. And they're like, hey man, I tried to buy this 7 times and it just kept taking me to a 404 page. Thanks for letting me know. We'll go back. We'll fix it. But the easy way, you go find these people, you talk to them, and then you sell them whatever it is that they're willing to pay for. And then you go build it. That's how we built Traffic and Funnels. Man, we didn't have any videos. We didn't have this awesome program. Just 2 guys who had done a lot of marketing, talking to customers, talking to clients, figured out, okay, here's a pain point. People are making the same mistakes we made when we were trying to build our client business. They don't know how to handle prospects on the phone. They're terrified of sales. They're charging low ticket. They know they're worth more, and they're working too hard for the money they're getting. Okay, we can solve that. Boom, let's get a couple clients, and then we built everything around that.
Yeah, now you've proven that what you have people want. And that's a good thing. You want to go out and sell it, get 5 to 10 people into what you're doing, and then you start creating the content, right? You're going to feel really good and really confident about that. And you're going to probably try to talk yourself out of it, but that's why you get coaches and people to say, hey, it's okay. We've done that many times, and we've seen clients do that successfully many times. But that's where you want to start. And working, honestly, in the info publishing space too, Taylor. I've worked on many 7-figure launches, very successful, and seen a lot of people try to launch. And so many people just fall flat on their face because they're not focused on the core things that we talked about, especially in the last episode. If you guys haven't heard that, go listen to it. So that is a key. All right, so we talked about the hard way. We talked about the easy way. If you want the easy way, go listen to the previous episode where we talk about your time, focusing on profitability versus what is unprofitable. But what keeps people from getting started and actually doing this stuff and actually doing the easy thing? What would you say?
I'm going to be honest with you right now. My internet was sort of glitching out, so I didn't hear anything you just said.
All right. It was probably the best thing I ever said in my life. I said, what keeps people from getting started?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So the challenge at the beginning, thinking too much and not doing enough. Overthinking it. You've got journals and moleskins full of business plans, but you're not ready or willing to go out there and implement. And the reason we put these in here is because we're going to share with you 2 bottlenecks that are exactly the opposite. Remember last week we talked about business being sequential and thinking too much, not doing enough. That's the biggest challenge point when you're first getting started.
Yeah.
Is you want to think and you want to plan and you want to do everything from, the dark, grungy basement where nobody can see what you're doing. But you don't want to get out there and talk to people and actually take action and implement.
The dark, grungy basement like a little pervert.
So we talked. Actually, we just got I screenshotted it because it was awesome. One of our clients who started working with us last month, she's less than a month in. She just had her first $4,000 client enrolled. She's coming from charging $700 per offer. So this is a significant increase. And she said in the post in one of the masterminds that she's in, I said at the beginning I wasn't going to go out and I wasn't going to post organically and be a leader because I didn't want to. I wanted to have paid traffic, and we taught her how to become a leader in her market, how to post content that doesn't make her sound scammy, but it makes her seem like the top of the mountain. And now she's starting to make sales, but it's because she was willing to take action. And she didn't want to. We kind of forced her into doing that. That's the benefits of having a coach too, who can shove you off the mountain.
Yeah. Real quick, can you just tell people what posting organically means? It does not mean SEO.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's not SEO. It's like getting traffic, like paid traffic, without having to pay for it.
Yeah.
If you want more, you just got to become a client because we're giving you too much already.
Yeah. So leveraging social platforms. But we have specific,
the right way.
Yeah, we have specific ways to do that. All right.
Yeah. So that's the first challenge.
This is something that I tend to do a lot. Like I'm an analyzer. I look at every single angle and, I break things down so crazily. So this is something that I always have to push myself, and Taylor pushes me, as well. But if you just think about it, like that's never going to make any money. You just got to get out and talk to people and do it. All right. Second thing, then to scale. Yeah. What are you going to say?
First thing is thinking too much.
Yeah.
Not doing enough. Once you're at a critical mass point, like our issue now is not that we think too much and we don't do enough. Our issue, and if you're doing 40, 50, 60 grand plus, for sure, if you're doing multiple seven figures, then this is probably your issue. Doing too much, not thinking enough. It actually reverses the problems that you face in the big struggle. It goes from thinking too much, not doing enough, to being all you do is do and implement and do. That
was very mature.
And then you can't think. You don't have time to think and strategize and plot and scheme and get your ideas organized. Now there's almost nothing that we can't solve by sitting down, thinking it through, planning, prioritizing, making a plan, and then making sure that either ourselves, me or you, or our team implements that plan.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you get to that big money, like you're talking about, working with more finesse and more strategy is a lot more important, as opposed to when you're first starting. You just got to go out there and fail a lot and put a lot of action to what you're wanting. And that's how you get to the money initially. So then when you get to a level of multiple seven figures or 100 grand a month, then you do. And we see where we have troubles in our business when we don't really think it through and look at our whole business, zoom out, and see what really needs our attention, for the next 90 days. So it is absolutely the case. But a lot of times people, they put the cart before the horse again in the sequential order. Like they're think in the beginning instead of action. So
that was good, Chris.
Go take action.
You have a way with words that not many men of your status have.
Thanks, man. Thanks, bro. Is that it?
Yeah, we don't even know what we're talking about next week, but it's probably going to be amazing.
I think we should talk about how to guarantee that your Facebook ads won't work.
That they will work or they won't work?
They won't work.
That doesn't sound like something that people are
Which means we're obviously going to talk about how to get them to work.
Yeah. We just went through a major shift with a lot of our Facebook ads. And so it sounds like you guys are figuring it out and you want to tell people what worked.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't. Nah, let's just not tell them what's working. Maybe we should send the memo. They probably don't care. They don't want to hear about Facebook ads.
Let's see if they care. I mean, if you guys care, then just go leave us a review and we'll tell you about everything we know. Review on iTunes. I'll give you a cut and paste template if you want. Taylor's awesome. Chris, not so much. I'll send you some money if you post that. He's so mad right now. All right, guys. If you haven't gotten our gift yet, trafficandfunnels.com/gift. Got some a little bundle for you, some training there to help you get more clients, build better offers, etc. And then if you're not on the memos list, you got to get on the memos. People are raving, freaking out about these things.
Oh my gosh, you have to get the memos.
That's like
I got mine in the mail, and I was like freaking out. And it's our memo.
It's our memo. We really do we go a little bit more raw and honest and nitty gritty than we do in any of our stuff online. Like talking about what happened with our ads, talking about some of the issues that you face when you're scaling or when you're starting out. So it's trafficandfunnels.com/memos, MEMOS. And these are free. We're not making any money off of them. We're just trying to be good people. And
you're paying printing and shipping, really.
Yeah. You're paying printing and shipping.
It's like the brightest idea we had to put all the time into this. And
I'm thinking we may want to raise the prices down the road, though.
Yes.
If we keep spending time into it. So for right now, like what basically how we're doing it is like you only have to pay to get the thing to your house. And if we raise the prices in the future and you're a subscriber, then obviously you'll be grandfathered in at whatever we're doing. But yeah, we'll probably raise the prices because it's taken us quite a bit of time, which is awesome. So go get those. And then if you guys want us to talk about anything in particular, shoot us a note. We're also going to start doing some interviews on this with some other marketing whiz kids, getting them on, talking about their businesses.
The smartest people in marketing.
And we're going to be ruthless in our interviews. Like I want to be the guy that's like, why are you saying that? What are your numbers? Tell me the truth. No marketing allowed on this show. Like tell us the nitty. I'm going to be that guy.
We're going to be mean.
This is going to be amazing. We're not going to be mean. We're just going to actually, mean. I mean, we're just going to
embarrass all of our guests.
We're going to make them wish they were dead, basically. Not really. But if you guys want to hear from certain people, let us know. We'll reach out to them.
Yeah.
J. Abraham.
Obama.
All right. We're going to end on that note. See you guys.
Peace.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.